So there's a ton of photographers and video people out there. And when I started, I was like super nervous in meeting other creatives just because of the fact that I know that they were better than me. But that shouldn't be the case. If you're already in the photography business or filming or in YouTube, or maybe you're just starting off the journey, well, I have 5 tips on how to help you improve that. That's a light. Tip number 1 is gear. Don't worry about the gear that you have. Yes, it's great to have better gear to improve your work, but if you can work with what you have, that's all that matters right now. Eventually you'll get the 1DX Mark II and the Sony a7 III. But if you have a camera and you can film with it and you can take pictures with it, then that's really what matters right now, is that you have that tool, whether it's your iPhone, your Android, Rebel, anything. It could be the cheapest camera. Just start with what you have, get better at it, and eventually you're gonna be able to upgrade. With that said, tip number 2 is don't compare your work with others. I struggled with this before in the beginning just because I wanted to be at the level as the other photographers that's been out there for like 10 years, and that's not the case. You know, it's really awesome to see the process of your beginning to where you're at now. Always interested in hearing other people's stories, whether they're a photographer, filmmaker, YouTuber, painter, a musician. I always love to hear their story because I like to hear how they got to that point. Every time you practice, you're gonna get better, and eventually you're gonna come up with some really awesome stuff. Tip number 3 is pretty interesting, and it's okay to copy people's work. Now stop, take a minute. I'm not saying to steal their work. If you're interested in someone else's photography, see how they figured out the composition. That's what's gonna make you better. Photography and video is very hands-on, and the way you're gonna get better is by just doing it and figuring out your mistakes, keep practicing, and that's how it's done. Tip number 4, super important, is to connect with other photographers in your area, whether it's through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook groups. I'm pretty sure in every state and every city there's a Facebook group out there. And finally, tip number 5, don't be scared to ask questions. I remember when I first started off in wedding photography, I was really interested in other people's work and other photographers in the area. So what I did was I knocked on their door. I said, hey, I'm Josh, I'm learning. Would love to sit down and have coffee with you and just chat about your process. Now you have to also be careful with how you're approaching people. Do it because you want to learn. Definitely ask questions and reach out to people, but be careful with your intentions. People can see right through that. It's because of me asking questions is how I met my buddy Amaudis Hernandez and Samuel Burrett up in North Jersey, New York area. Now we're shooting weddings together, and we're gonna be collaborating also on this channel. And yeah, that's the power of connecting with people. So I really hope that these 5 tips will help you in your photography and video journey. If you have any tips that'll help someone in their creative journey, feel free to comment below. Thanks for watching this video, and if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, be part of the community, collaborate. It's really fun. Really looking forward to creating some fun stuff with you guys. And also don't forget to hit the little bell icon to receive notifications when I put out a new video. Until then, keep creating and see you next week.